What's going on, guys? It's your boy Chance, and we're back with our first ever podcast. So what do you think of this?
Pretty super hot fire. I say so myself.
Yes, sir. Anyways, to all the moms out there, we love you.
I knew you were using your lustful voice. It always turns me on.
Amen. And basically what we're going to be talking about in this video, I mean, you could label it a podcast or just a video. I'm just going to label it a podcast because I'm going to be talking about, you know, how I put my diabetes in remission, how I lost all my weight. Because if you did not know, I am a type 2 diabetic and I lost 80 pounds and put my diabetes in remission. So we're just going to talk about that. We're going to talk about like the foods I ate, you know what I'm saying, all the exercises I did, you know, all the proportion sizes I did, and just all that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying. Just in case there's somebody out there that needs help, you know, losing weight or doesn't know where to start, and they could just pop up on this video and just learn. Yeah, guys, this is my first ever, you know, podcast or, you know, just talking in general with this setup. I got this mic for $80 and it sounds pretty good. And I also got this ring light that, you know, it holds my phone because you guys are on my phone right now because I don't have a camera. I kind of have a laptop. It's kind of like broken in half, but it still works. So, you know, I'm working with that. And, you know, eventually I will get a camera. I'll get a setup. I'll get a better laptop. I'll get my friend's PC. I'll get a monitor and have an actual good, huge setup. But for now, this is what we're working with. You know what I'm saying? Just a mic plugged into my phone. And I had to get a USB to Lightning port adapter so I could adapt my microphone to my phone so that I could use my microphone. But yeah, guys, we're just going to talk about, you know, my diabetes and how I lost my 80 pounds and just all that stuff. Just for the people that might need help, they can just pop on in, they can listen, you know, take what I've done, you know what I'm saying, if they want to use that and do the same thing I did, or if they want to use sections of it and just, you know, put it into their own workouts. You know, because like you don't have to do exactly what I did to lose the weight. You could just do your own thing. If you have stuff that, you know what I'm saying, just works better for you personally, you know, just always go with stuff that works for you better personally instead of just, you know, somebody else's thing. But I am going to make this just in case somebody needs workouts to base their workouts around. I'm going to make this. But yeah, guys, it started when I was 15, got into this relationship. And, you know, I'm not going to just make it, you know, about the relationship or anything like that. But in the relationship, I gained 80 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a good relationship and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It was just, you know, a healthy relationship. And I was just eating a lot. And I wasn't really doing much exercise other than working at Taco Bell. And I was eating a lot of Taco Bell because, you know, Taco Bell paychecks, they don't pay you well. You know what I'm saying? So you got to eat at Taco Bell. If they're going to give you free food, obviously you're going to eat. But yeah, I gained 80 pounds in that span of like a year and a half, 2 years-ish. And when I was 17, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. At this point, I'm still in the relationship, you know what I'm saying? And I had to do an emergency appointment in Kansas City at the Mercy's Children's Hospital. Because for some reason, okay, so your hemoglobin A1C is supposed to be a 5.5. And somehow mine came back 11.6. Once you know what I'm saying, you're at 11.6, that's when you're supposed to be having strokes, heart attacks, all types of stuff. You're supposed to just die because that's a high hemoglobin A1C. Hemoglobin A1C is basically, it is a overall like 2-month span of your average blood sugar. So that just means your blood sugar was definitely out the roof for 2 months straight. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I had to do an emergency, you know, appointment at the Mercy's Children's Hospital in Kansas City, and we drove the 3 hours to get there. And basically, what happened was they took about 10 tubes of blood out of me, just, you know, to do different tests on each tube. And somehow my hemoglobin A1C came back at 5.6, which is still over the 5.5. But not, you know, as extreme as 11.6. So since it was just borderline, they told me, you know what I'm saying, I'm good to go. And I didn't have to go through the diabetes class or anything like that because that's what I showed up for, you know, extra blood samples, but I also showed up for a diabetes class just so I could learn about it. I personally already knew about it because, you know what I'm saying, my grandma has diabetes, so I probably inherited it that way. But it did not help that I was such a big guy, you know what I'm saying, such a big dude. Weighed 250 pounds. I was only 5'7" at the time. I'm now 5'8", but I mean, an inch even even counts when you weigh that much. But yeah, they just told me that I was good and I could just go home. So basically, we just drove those 3 hours and went to the hospital for no reason. Um, but I still had to stay into the diabetes clinic because I was diabetic, because I was point 0.1 over. But you know what I'm saying? I started a diet and stuff like that. Was still in the relationship, so I was just trying to diet my best while working at Taco Bell, and I wasn't just trying to be hungry the whole time. But yeah, I tried my best to diet. Try my best to just, like, instead of using a flour tortilla like at Taco Bell, I would use corn tortillas. I'd go buy some because they're really cheap. You know what I'm saying? And I would just eat the bean burritos, even though the bean burritos still had a lot of bad things in them to preserve them. It was better than the beef that was just straight whatever the beef was. I don't even know what the beef was, to be honest with you. It was definitely not beef. It was a whole bunch of other shit. But I just stayed to the bean burritos, and plus red sauce really is only like 10 calories, to be honest with you. It's a really low calorie, sauce. So, red sauce, onions, you know what I'm saying? Onions are great antioxidants. And I mean, they have to be real onions. I mean, I don't know how you fake an onion. But yeah, I stick with that. Bean burritos with a wheat tortilla. And that's basically just what I lived off of while I was at work. And I was dieting. It really wasn't working for me because I'd go down in weight, and then I go up in weight, and then I go down and up. Then I'd say January of 2022. So 2022. The relationship didn't work out. All that stuff, cool. It ended, what I'm saying? It was really rough for me, really rough time for me. But also at the same time, that happened, the relationship ended, and my car's engine locked up, and my dog passed away, and it was just a whole bunch of stuff. So, I was really in like a kind of depressed state, you feel me? Because, like, what I'm saying? Everybody's been there. Everybody's been in a depressed state. Everybody's, what I'm saying, not been there mentally. You know what I'm saying? That's all that stuff. So, I just, fell into a very depressed state. And finally, what I'm saying, my homeboys got me back into the gym because, what I'm saying, they always had my back, even though I was really distant because I was, in that relationship. Sadly, I was distant. I wish I wasn't because, that's a lot of time I lost with them. But they let me back in their life, and they got me into the gym. Tyler, Jesse, Brandon, Titus at the time, all of them, what I'm saying, got me back in the gym. And since that day, what I'm saying, like, I just went to the gym with them. That's how I started off. And when I first started going to the gym, all I was doing was really weightlifting. I wasn't doing any cardio or anything like that. I still was going down in weight, but it wasn't like efficient as I wanted it to be. So yeah, I'd say about 6 months maybe I was just lifting, what I'm saying, just lifting weights, and I wasn't really doing much cardio. I would say about that 6 month mark, everybody kind of drifted it off of the gym. Tyler went to college. Brandon went to college. Titus, I think, still went. And Jesse kind of, fell out of it because he had a lot of surgeries. But yeah, everybody kind of fell off of it. But I also got a whole different schedule. And, like, the schedule was horrible because, what I'm saying, because I would think I was only at Sam's Club for about 4 months, but the schedule was horrible, so I didn't get to go with anybody, and nobody really was at the gym when I went, because I got there at 1 in the morning, and I left at 3 or 4 every single night. And that's when I really kicked it into gear, because I'm pretty sure those 4 months that I just, did straight cardio, because there was this point where I just did, I ran a mile every single night. I don't know if I really did it for the 4 months, but I ran a mile every single night, and that's when my weight dropped tremendously because, I was doing a lot of running. I was doing a lot of physical exercise that was taxing on my body rather than just, like, on an elliptical or on a treadmill, because I feel like that's not as efficient as going out and doing free runs. But yeah, I was doing a lot of running. I was doing a lot of sit-ups, push-ups, but I also was a little bit of weightlifting. I was not doing compound lifts at the moment. I was just doing a lot of accessories, but a lot of cardio. So I did that, and I progressively lost weight. You know what I'm saying? Just pounds at a time. And really my main thing I'd say that helps me was just running. So literally it, just cardio and running. Weightlifting, yes, you know what I'm saying? Less weight, higher reps, you know what I'm saying? You'll burn a lot more fat, but you know what I'm saying? You'll grow more muscle, all that good stuff. But cardio, like people say don't do cardio. Like this one dude that I was watching said don't do cardio, all it does is burn calories. Where does that make any sense? Because the way he explained it was running or cardio just burns calories and then you get it back. Calories is the number one thing that you want to burn, number one thing that you want to eat less of if you want to lose weight. It's a proven fact. If you want to lose fat, you got to burn calories. Like cardio is the number one thing to burn calories. Cardio is the number one thing to burn fat. So people that say don't do cardio, all it does is burn calories, where does that make any sense? If it burns calories, it's going to burn fat. If you have a calorie deficiency and say you ate 2,000 calories that day and your body manually burns off 1,800 calories and you do an extra exercise on top of that like cardio and you burn an extra 300, 400, you're going to be in a calorie deficit and you're going to lose fat. You're going to lose weight. Running, just number one thing. Run, do cardio, all that stuff. And if you do lift weights, of course, lower weight, higher reps to burn more fat. Now let's get to like the food portion of like the video that I'm going to talk about, like what foods I ate. The truth is, I didn't have enough money to have a very, very good diet, a very, very healthy diet. I did not have money for that, you know what I'm saying? So basically what I advise you, if you don't have the money to have a very good diet, like chicken, beef, broccoli, this, that, chicken, rice, just all that stuff, you feel me? If you don't have enough money for that, just make your proportion sizes on anything you eat just less. Be as minimal with your proportion sizes as you possibly can. That's what I did. Even at Taco Bell, I would literally limit myself to like one burrito. That's it. And that's how you're going to lose weight. That's how you're going to burn fat. But even in general, any food that you eat, just eat less of. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's like not even like the full like proportion size that it tells you the calories are, eat half of that, and that's going to be the half of the calories. That's just what I personally did, because I didn't have, you know, the money to go get chicken every day. I didn't have the money to go get beef every day. I didn't have enough money to go get rice every day. I couldn't cook every day. I couldn't meal prep. I still can't even, to be honest with you. I've just been eating like stews out of the can, which is bad for you. Don't eat the stew out of the can. It literally has 1,800 milligrams of sodium, and that's like 2 to 3 days worth. I believe so, because I believe there's 400 milligrams in a gram of sodium, and you only want to have like 2 or 3 grams a day. I'm not 100% sure on the numbers there, but it is a lot of sodium. And people ask me, like, what was your number one reason that you got into losing weight, that you got into a healthy lifestyle? So basically what I was doing, I was chilling there, you know what I'm saying, like I do. I was holding my little partner's baby, bruh. Like, you know what I'm saying, just holding the baby. And this thing tried to suck on my tit. And that's when I knew, you know what I'm saying, I was too big. No, I'm playing. That was definitely from Kevin Gates, but I just looked in the mirror, man. Did not like how I looked. So yeah, a baby didn't suck on my titty, and that's not why I got into weightlifting and losing weight. But that's why Kevin Gates lost weight. So if you didn't know, you do now. But yeah, like I'm saying, honestly, just really just proportion your proportion sizes like as minimal as you can. Just the bare minimum to still fill you up and still satisfy you, but not overeat. You feel me? Because you're going to want to be in a calorie deficit if you're going to burn fat, if you're going to lose weight. And it's going to be hard. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be hard on your body just like a bulk is. Anything you really do, cut, bulk, shred, anything like that, it's going to be taxing on your body either way. Because, you know what I'm saying, you're putting your body through work, you're limiting as much calories that come in, you're upping the protein, like all the macros, you're just balancing out for that certain thing that you're doing. Like if you're doing a bulk, you want more protein, you want more carbs, you want all that stuff. But if you're doing a cut, you want less carbs, but you're still going to want that same amount of protein just so that you can gain that muscle, build that muscle, all that good stuff. But yeah, just proportion your sizes like as minimal as you can, and run. And you know what I'm saying, you're gonna burn more calories than you're taking in. You're gonna be in a calorie deficit, which is what you want. Obviously, don't starve yourself or anything like that. You know what I'm saying, just give yourself enough calories to feed off of, but also burn more of, like, you know what I'm saying, burn more that's in your system. And one of the things that I love to just completely just express, like one of the top things I express, is that you don't have to be motivated. You don't have to wake up motivated to lose weight. You don't have to wake up motivated to go to work. You don't have to wake up motivated to do laundry. You don't have to wake up motivated to do anything in life. As long as you discipline yourself and you have that self-discipline and you tell yourself get up and do it anyways, you're going to do that. You're going to achieve that. You feel me? Like, I wasn't motivated the whole time I was losing 80 pounds. Have discipline. Like, wake up, tell yourself to do your laundry. Wake up, tell yourself to go to the gym. Wake up, tell yourself to just go to work. Go to work, have a good day. Just discipline yourself. You don't have to be motivated, because the truth is you're not always going to wake up motivated to go do that. You're not going to be, like, still, like, yes, you're going to love what you're doing, but there's going to still be days that you wake up and you're not motivated to do that, even though you love it. But yeah, guys, I express that so much. It's just to discipline yourself. That's all you got to do to lose weight. That's all you got to do to get stuff done. Like, literally, just discipline. Like, I cannot express that enough. Like, I say it all the time. Anybody that asks me, like, why I do what I do, why I, you know what I'm saying, work out every day, why I go to work every day, why I just keep grinding 24/7. Like, I don't stop. Like, I wake up in the morning, grind work, I get off, grind in the gym, get home, grind on YouTube, go do stuff, go out, go take care of things. Like, I can't just sit there and just be at home not doing something productive. But yeah, now that I know a little bit more about foods, if you can afford, you know what I'm saying, a healthy diet, you know what I'm saying, like, you can afford it. I'm just going to tell you some of the foods that I just really love. You know, of course, breakfast time, you can have mini wheats. I have Cheerios with oats, eggs, oatmeal, just stuff like that. Stuff that's going to be, you know, high fiber, stuff that's still going to have protein, you know what I'm saying? Because you want a really high fiber count if you want to lose weight. Because the higher your fiber count is, the faster you're going to process, you know, foods in your body. The faster you're going to break down foods in your body. And, of course, you want protein, you know what I'm saying? If you're, you know, in the gym life, even if you're just cutting, you still want protein just to at least build that fat into muscle and not just lose a bunch of muscle and lose a bunch of fat, because that's also unhealthy. But, I mean, I guess it's a way of cutting. Like, you're still going to lose muscle, but I don't want it to be, you know, like, just fast. Like, you want to lose muscle slowly over time. Because even, you know what I'm saying, even if you got a high protein intake and you're cutting, you're going to still lose muscle. That's just how it is. But you don't want to lose muscle too quick, because then it's unhealthy. But yeah, for lunch, you know what I'm saying, like, literally anything. Just stay away from carbs. Like, you know, bad carbs. There's good carbs, you know what I'm saying. Good carbs are like fruit. That's a good carb. Nuts, trail mix, all that stuff is good carbs. Stay away from white bread. If you want bread, wheat bread, whole grain bread, all that stuff. And that's even better. Like, that's even tastier than some white bread. And white bread's what's bad for you. So if you have some wheat bread, some whole grain bread, you're set. You know what I'm saying? Turkey, chicken, beef, pork, all that good stuff. Yeah, also for dinner, you know what I'm saying, just, I guess, like, rice could be a decent carb. I would personally stay away from it, but, I mean, if you want to have some rice to have some type of decent carb. I wouldn't say it's good carbs because rice breaks down, and they say it turns into straight sugar. I'm not too sure if that's like really how it goes, but I mean that's just how I'm gonna go with it. Um, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said, good carbs, fruit, um, wheat breads, trail mix, just stuff like that. All right, guys, it is the next day. Last night I was almost done with the video, and just my phone died, and I was like, I'm tired, you know what I'm saying, hungry, so I ate and just went to bed, because you know I had to get up at 5:45 ish, 6 ish to go to work. The topic of just foods, you know, high carb foods, high fiber foods, high protein foods, just stuff like that. Sometimes people just need to see somebody that's being positive, see somebody that's trying to motivate others. It's kind of like a chain reaction if you think about it, because say I make this video and you know somebody comes through and they see me being positive, you know what I'm saying, just talking about the positive things I've done with my life for the past 2 years, like just the positive outcomes of everything that I put work in for, and they see that, and it makes them want to be motivated and want to be positive, you know, gives them a better mood, and they take that and they take it to somebody else, and somebody else gets more positive, and somebody else gets motivated, and somebody else says, oh, I want to do that, and that's what I'm trying to do here, you know what I'm saying, like I'm trying to take that chain reaction and just give it to everybody, and you know they can take it and they can branch out and give it to everybody else. And you know, that's the more people I make happy, the more people I make smile, you know what I'm saying, it's just, it's better. That's my main goal. I don't care, you know what I'm saying, like eventually I would like to do this full time. Eventually I would like to make money off this. Eventually I would like to work for myself. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's really not about money. Yes, I want this as a career, but I want this as a career to motivate people, to inspire people, to make people happy. You know what I'm saying? That's my main goal, is to just have a positive, you know, influence on kids, on adults, anybody, just any person, just have a positive influence on them. And I just kind of really just talked about, you know, some stuff I did that helped me lose my weight, and hopefully it was clear enough. I mean, this is my first time just sitting down and talking to a camera with a microphone, but I tried to just put it in. I try to put it in a way that I myself would understand. You know, we all, you know, understand differently, but I feel like I put it in a pretty decent way for people to understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, I really take pride in what I do, just staying on my grind 24/7. I take pride in that, because I would hate to just sit at home. I would hate to not have any, you know, any goals in life. I would hate to just be there with that bare minimum. I would hate that, you know. I love what I do. I love, you know what I'm saying, the passion I have for what I do, because I don't like to rest. You feel me? Like if I get off work, come home, I'm gonna do some dishes, I'm gonna do some laundry, some type of thing, just something. I'm gonna make a YouTube video, something, and then I'm gonna eat, go to the gym, put in work at the gym. But yeah, since we're on the topic of, you know, cutting weight and stuff like that, I am on another cut. It's not going to be as extreme as 80 pounds. I'm hoping to go down another like 15 pounds and build on that, because I'm going for more of a physique now and not just bulky, because, you know, I'm kind of tired of just the bulk. Plus, I really didn't like the body fat ratio to muscle growth. I really didn't like how that went, so I was just going to restart. I'm just going to cut back down, work on my physique, and then I'm going to start bulking again after that. But it's also, you know, it's almost summertime, so you got to get your physique for the summer, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm just going to do a lot of accessories. I'm going to do a lot of lower weight, higher reps, a lot of, you know, cardio, like I said, running. I am probably just going to do the elliptical, because I'm not doing like an extreme cut. But if you want an extreme cut, I'm telling you, run a mile every single night. You'll be there in no time. It's exactly what I did. And I mean, if you want to build your physique while you're losing weight, do 100 push-ups and 100 sit-ups a day. And if you want to, you can also do 100 squats. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Because I did do a challenge where I did 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and ran a mile every single night. And by the time I was at day 10 and at 1,000 push-ups, I had definition. Like, I started with no definition. After that, I had straight definition. Like, it built me. It made me tone. Because I feel like push-ups are the best, just the best workout in general. The best movement. I think it's the best workout movement in general. Because you're hitting everything. You're hitting your arms, tries, back, bicep, everything. Like, you're literally hitting this whole thing right here. And your whole back. That's exactly what a push-up is. That's just working all of that, because I saw definition in all of those categories. Tricep, bicep, trap, shoulders, lat, delts. Saw it in everything. Saw it in every single category of my upper body. I saw definition and growth just from doing push-ups. I wasn't doing, hammer curls. I wasn't doing, curls with dumbbells. I wasn't doing any type of other sort of workout movement. I was literally just doing strictly push-ups. And I was seeing the most growth that I saw in my whole time in the gym. But yeah, guys, I'll make another one, talking about, my goals and stuff like that with this YouTube house, with my body, just an overall recap of what my goals are and why I'm on here. But for right now, this is my first ever podcast video type thing. I'm going to live stream them eventually. It's just I wanted to get on here and talk about my diabetes and how I put it in remission, how I lost 80 pounds, and what I did to fuel myself up until that point that I was done with my cut, and then I got on a bulk. I really didn't enjoy the bulk as much. Yes, I did enjoy eating hellas. Like, I literally ate so much meat. I ate so much potatoes. I ate so much rice. All good food, too. Like, I would eat literally a whole rotisserie chicken in one setting just for dinner. And that's just for dinner. Like, I still had all my other meals, but a whole rotisserie chicken, down that thing for dinner easily on my lunch break at Sam's Club. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate every single one of you. It's been your boy Chance. Like, comment, subscribe, and we out.
Don't cut me down, bring me out, leave me here to waste. I once was a man with dignity and grace. Now I'm slipping through the cracks of your cold embrace. So please